does what God does enough times, it becomes God's. You put it together, you get what you wanted and desired enough times. He believes he will become one who is wanted and desired and accepted. Because God has power. And if one does what God does enough times, one will become as God is.
See, we're ready to go. This is much easier. So we're live.
Doesn't look it. I'm watching on TV and it's not.
Probably because you've got a little bit of a delay.
Saying my TV has a delay. You TV shaming me?
No, I'm not saying your TV specifically.
I think she's saying you're like a slow adult.
Yeah, I'm saying that you're delayed.
That's the slow host. Why don't you pipe down and let her start her show there, pal? It ain't about you.
Benzo Bob.
Fucking slow host.
Right. Sorry, this is like, I'm always springing new things. Like Bret comes on periodically, and he was just talking like as the intro was going about how like one time I made him join Twitter to get on a stream. Like it's always some sort of harebrained shit, but I thought that it was easiest to do it this way for today. Although people are saying they can't hear me.
Yeah, that's what I'm being told.
How? It's running through my computer mic.
I don't know.
It's definitely on.
It's just K or everybody?
Oh, maybe it's just my volume.
Chat.
No, it's my volume. Sorry. I'll try.
Not her volume, it's her IQ.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I'm just way quiet. That's all they're saying. That's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, they can hear me. We're good. No, it's fine. It's because I did not plug in my mic tonight. Because honestly, like, I am okay with not streaming most of the time. Like, I am enjoying that. I am enjoying taking my time and just putting out, like, these edited videos. I get into a lot less trouble that way. When I have to, like, write out my thoughts before saying them. I just tend to be more precise and careful with my language. I still make people mad. Like I can still do that with my little mini docs, so that's cool, and I enjoy that. Yeah.
You don't want to be a YouTuber?
I mean,
you don't live for the stream?
I don't live for the stream. No, I don't live for the stream.
As someone who lives for the
I
stream,
don't know
Brett, can you
how.
weigh in on that? What drives you?
Drives me what? Usually vehicles, buses sometimes.
No, you love streaming. You go live all the time, right? You love it.
Yeah, I do. But me though, like she actually gets shit accomplished where I'm
Yes.
just running my fucking mouth, you know. I'm just trying to get people.
If I'm really barely audible, I guess I gotta plug in the mic. Hold on. I'll go get the mic. God damn it.
You're just yelling at your television then?
I'm not yelling at my television. It's like I'm using my computer's internal mic and it's in the yellow for me. So I'm very surprised that it's coming out low, but apparently
That's
it's
a
coming
joke.
out low. I mean, is it really that you guys can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know what we're all talking about out there. It's that bad. Oh, Ashley St. Angelo says, may I come up live to talk to Bret?
Hey, Kay.
Why?
Wave
There's
your
no
hand.
reason for
May
that.
I come
There's
up live to
zero
talk to Bret?
fucking reason.
I'm going to be honest.
But
I feel like that would be a negative experience.
you could do it at the end if you want. I mean, I ain't
Yeah.
nobody. I just don't think it'll be a positive experience.
I know.
I'll be fine. But this is just the only place they can get me on my best behavior. That's what it is.
I'm trying to get you on.
You sound like you're talking through my mommy's
I'm doing
tenor.
fucking great. I ain't said those 2 words or nothing.
I appreciate that. I'm just going to go get the goddamn mic.
Yeah. Boomer keeps talking.
No, Boomer sounds fine. I don't understand, like, if it's really...
You're loud.
I feel like I'm pretty loud. I'm hitting the yellow. Like...
You're like you're pretty loud.
I know. Do I have to yell? Hold on. Let me get this stupid mic.
Well, I don't know where the settings are in here, so I cheated. I need to be loud. I'm sitting with my mic away. I don't do. I almost fucked it up there. I don't know where it is.
I don't even know where it is. It's fine. I'll just like try not to yell too loud, but kind of yell. Yeah, other people can hear me. Anyway, yeah, let's take some questions. I guess Bret, you're really loud, so.
That's just personality. I don't know.
All right. Ashley said, I wanted to ask him if he felt the same about me knowing what him and Turtle Boy said to me wasn't true. Guess he doesn't care.
No, I don't. I really don't. And it'll sound horrible, but all of y'all, if you were ever a blog subject, if you ever think I should feel some kind of way or anything like that, I'm not gonna. It was literally, especially towards the end, it was the job. I'd look at 5 options and I'd make shit up or make jokes up about every one of you. And once Sunday came, I forgot about you. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just saying that's how it was.
A lot of people are saying Turtle Boy is dropping $200
Remember we
in
used
chat
to always
be
say,
his
just
fan
wait
KP.
5 minutes, there'll be a new moron shortly.
Yeah, and it is kind of cyclic.
It was that type of thing, to where they just all run together.
I know, and I think that's probably like, I mean, that's the part that always kind of gets me messed up about the whole Turtle Boy thing is like, yeah, at some point you're not really looking at, people as people anymore. It's pretty shitty.
Oh, look, my mommy is in the chat. Speech bubble. Hi,
chat,
shiz.
wondering
Kissing
why I'm
face. Kissing face.
Oh. I feel the same way about how I treated Constantino. Absolutely not. No, I want nothing but the worst for that little scumbag.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well, he didn't take your brother's wife, cut her eyes out, and make jokes about it.
I feel like, yes, it was.
I'm assuming he did.
Mutual at some points. Like I mean, thank you for bringing that up, John Barron. Actually, that's a great question about Constantino and Ellen. And let me explain to you why people don't like them now is because Constantino had come to me like shortly after I left the blog, and was like, haha, I know who you are now and I'm going to ruin your life. And I was like, all right, that's fair, right? Because I mean, at the time, it seemed very fair. Like, that was pretty fucked up. I made fun of you for being homeless. Like, that was really shitty. Like, who does that, right? And so, like, I apologized to him or whatever, and we, like, somewhat made amends. And I was like, you know what? You can come into my Discord, and we're like, so then he wants to start a YouTube, and I, like, helped him start a YouTube. But he was really mean to me. One time I even went to his house because he was upset and I was going to like pick him up and like drive him around. I felt bad for the
Can't
kid
stay,
and
but
he
I'll
left
be
me
on
outside for
replay
20
crew later,
minutes.
Kate.
So like,
keep up the good work. You are so strong and intelligent.
thanks,
Purple
Danny.
Heart.
But yeah, so
Harrison.
I felt bad for him. I really did. And like he ended up hating me anyway, which is his right to do so. But like, hey, I guess to make a long story longer, like, yeah, I do feel bad about stuff like that. I know Bret might not, but I do. I like not
No,
my
I didn't
proudest
know
moments at all.
There's only been a few that stuck out to me during the whole Turtle Boy time. And Connie's the one, like literally a year after he got blogged about, he emailed Aidsland Red Meat on Thanksgiving when he was pretending to be a parent and a father. You know what I mean? So he didn't answer him. So the next morning, I got a DM on Facebook, Connie, with my sister-in-law's recently taken by cancer, eyes cut out. Like, your sister's dead, you piece of shit. So I told him, I said, well, this just means me and you are forever, pal. That was, 6 years ago he got blogged about? Like, I still fight with him on a weekly basis.
It was a long
Whoever
time.
asked that question. He's still around if you ever want to see him. He's out there. Go to my channel, other channels, and just find, like, we share him all the time. Big e-grifter now that honestly abuses his rapidly mentally declining mother. And he's about to be homeless again, going through housing court because they didn't pay their rent for 3 calendar years.
Yeah, see, I just don't like even discuss. I mean, like, that just seems to me to be like, I don't know. I just try to leave that stuff off the table because I feel like the shit slinging fits that come from it, like, I do enough, without all these like extra and like
Yeah.
he's sad. He has a sad life.
Yeah, but it's self-inflicted. I remember you offered him a job with benefits, vacations, everything. Said nope. Remember? I remember.
Yeah.
Other people offered him jobs. My buddy Andrew literally looked up his town, found him like 6 different guest work today jobs. You know what I mean? Like one was weeding a garden for someone, one was trash, like shit like that. No, I'm not going any. You guys should pay me. He thinks YouTube should be a source of. Okay. Think that, I guess.
John Barron,
he's just one of the few.
If you want to know what I really like, I mean, through the whole thing, like there were times when I would do things that were like, kind of shitty and be able to rationalize them in my head. A lot of it was just that it was content. But if you really want to know what was like the beginning of the end for it, it was this woman, Amanda Sawyer, that Aiden was really going after.
Crazy bitch.
But I like she's not that crazy. Like she was driven crazy by the constant bullshit and like it goes from just making fun of her. No, she's not. I got to know her enough. She's not, and like that kind of judgment. I like honestly like that's the thing. Like that, it sets
what
me
about
off to
the
this
signs on the car and stuff?
Yeah, that's her right to do. People do like
Turtle Boy's twig is smaller
that was
than
before
mine,
or after
and I'm only 1 year.
I don't know her, and again, like that was just another one that. And
you're going in and out real bad, dude. Yeah, your mic is real bad. Yeah, your mic is like I don't know if you're clipping it and it's just automatically bringing the gain down, but yeah, it's
Bret mic fading in and out again.
She
any
did,
better?
Yeah, a little. She did call in from the mental ward, and that's what I mean. Like, I mean, I don't know, crazy. I guess whether or not she's crazy, which I think is a subjective term that really should.
We're all crazy.
We're all crazy, though, is the point. Like, it's not like a they, it's a like we're all crazy. So like it just feels like that's not a lot of my business. But like clearly, like the effect of being blogged about over and over and over again, and everything that went with it for that woman at some point like snapped her. And I felt terrible about that, and I would tell Aiden, like, enough, like, just leave this woman alone. Like, it started, you were just writing blogs about her dressing up like Wonder Woman and protesting her police station, which, you know, ironically enough, what is he doing right now with all these fucking people? They dress up in costumes and go to police station protesting everywhere. So like, I guess it's not that crazy to do after all, huh? But like, regardless, like, it started, like, that's where the blog started. It got to the point where he was going after her kids, her house, her relationship, her whole past, any psychiatric issues she may or may not have. Like, it was just too much, right? And I would tell him, like, just leave her alone. She'll stop reporting your Facebook pages, I'm sure, if you just leave her alone. And he wouldn't do it. And I have the message, I save it, I look at it every once in a while when I remember why all this headache is worth it, because I had said to him, look, I'm sorry, but I can't just dehumanize people at will. And I think the word that was missing there was anymore. But that's what I had said, right? I didn't add the anymore. And his response back to me was, well, I can. And that's when I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, this, yeah. And James Clay brings up,
a lot of people are saying Turtle Boy will do $200 to be KP's friend.
Yeah, so I know people saw that text. You remember that, Bret, when I was quitting, and at one point he got kind of desperate, and he, messages me this whole thing, and he says, I would pay you $200 to be my friend.
Just to talk to him. Yeah, just to talk to him and advise him. But then, when none of those worked, when all the manipulation failed, it was instantly, you're the biggest piece of shit ever. And how many years now of constant attacks on you and your family is it? Going on 5 or 4?
I think it's almost. It was 2020, so yeah, it'll be 5 years in February. Yeah. And no, John Barron, nobody. Here's the thing, John, is like, nobody forced me to do anything. That's why I feel remorse. If I was like, gun to my head being told, like, be a shitbird online for clicks and views, then like I would feel a lot less remorse, because I would at least be able to say, like, well, I wasn't really, but I was like completely in control of everything I did. So like, yeah, was it fucked up to tell a dope fiend that I would give him money for dope and then get him hooked up on a warrant? Yeah. And as much as people talk about, cops being dirty now in the turtle cult, like, I just want to point that out with that, though. Like, that came with the territory with Turtle Boy, because warrants are not public information. Right. So, I mean, yeah, just put that into context there. So like, yeah, it was a fucked up thing to do. At the time, did I feel that bad about it? No. I was like, well, at least that kid isn't getting high tonight, right? And it was fucked up what they did with the hotel. That was a pretty serious theft, but it wasn't my place to do. And yeah, it was pretty fucking shitty. I heard that the kid was clean for a while after that, though, so that was good. But I can't take credit for that. That's all on him. But whatever.
So now I sound like a woman in the bathroom.
You do sound like you're in the bathroom.
No, Debbie. Well, I don't know what the fuck to do. There's no fucking settings on this fucking thing. You know where they are?
Do you have the Yeti Blue? So it should be the on the back. There's a knob, right?
Yeah, and there's cardioid and omni. Those are the 2 options.
You want cardioid?
Volume knobs on the front.
Yeah, you want cardio.
Yeah, I know I want that.
Lori Reed, I'm not saying that Turtle Boy is like responsible for much of the police corruption. I'm just saying that I've seen and I don't know that I would necessarily call it corruption, but there was a blurring of lines there to where, like, obviously, information was being shared that probably should not have been, that was then being used for content, like, just content.
I hate this fucking Discord shit. Is that any better?
No.
Oh, fuck.
No.
This is terrible.
Yeah, Brett's using his Spice Girl mic. That's all right. I'm not much better. Like, I'm trying to keep it in the yellow here on mine.
Fuck you, butt cheeks. I can talk to her like that, I know. And I walk behind her, so it's true. Input sensitivity, that got anything to do with this?
No.
I don't do Discord.
It's not Discord, it's the mic. Why are we doing so many freaking shiz? Like, can you guys stop trolling shiz in my chat?
Can someone get the Irish Demon Dints out of me?
She's got a lot of people talking about Irish Demon having babies. Like I'm not really, I don't know. Shiz is a mod and it looks like she's in here, so you can decide what to do with that. You know that I generally don't block anyone, but that's when they're saying heinous shit about me. But I know that you're pretty thick-skinned, so if you want to get rid of them, get rid of them. Like, because this has been like a few. Like, thank you for paying to say it, I guess, but yeah.
Sounds like I did. Nah, bro. I'm gonna stop trying to fix it. I'll tell you.
Oh, you sound much better now. Much better.
That's better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck me. I'm
all
putting
right,
the fucking
ask
thing.
Some more questions, guys. I gotta keep it. Like, I have to do a mountain of laundry tomorrow, actually.
So someone did say though, while you were talking, let me scroll back up.
Okay.
That someone wondered about your involvement, like with some of the blogs, like if you got forced and shit. I'm trying to look for the fucking.
Oh yeah, that I kind of addressed that. No, I've never. I wasn't forced. You know, I was definitely like, I guess, kind of brainwashed because, you know, there was a lot of times when like I didn't necessarily privately feel very comfortable with everything that I was doing, and I felt like, you know, the hypocrisy behind it. I'm not stupid. I could feel it. I knew about it, right? Which is part of the reason why I never really wanted to hide my identity, and why at some point I just refused to, and just like was like, you know, because I knew like there's dirt on me. It's not hard to find it. Usually I'll tell people about it, right? Like, so, but I felt like it was more fair that way, at least.
Thanks for answering my questions. Now tell the entire sex toy Tommy story.
I think they're talking to you.
Okay,
smiley face, smiley face.
The sex toy Tommy story. Listen, Tom DeRosa is a fucking creep. So he was a turtle rider when I was around, and like he would message me sometimes as a fan because I had like my little Bristol turtle chick Facebook thing. We were very active on Facebook back then. That was like the platform, like a bunch of fucking grandparents, right? So he would message
with your
me.
little pop outfit with your tits out. Don't leave that part out.
That has nothing to do with
that. Was your profile picture.
At some point, it probably was when I was. I don't even want to get into that.
I remember
because that was another heinous thing that I was doing, honestly. But anyway, that was a whole Metro side plot. But yeah, so Tom would like message, and like, no, this is when like it was like a cartoon turtle. It was like a poorly drawn cartoon turtle, like with a little pink bow. That was my profile, the Bristol turtle chick. But anyway, so Tom would like message me, and he would tell me some really like personal things. Not sexual, but like, you know, personal struggles or whatever. So like, you know, the guy's had some problems, and I don't even know why I'm like, he has a fucking problem. He had a problem with drugs, like whatever. I don't even give a fuck at this point. I'm not protecting his secrets any longer. He's been horrible, right? So he would like talk about that or whatever. And then the split happened, and he became like obsessed. Like, do you remember this? He would be in Facebook groups all day talking about where I worked, right? Like, I know where she works. This is where she works. I know the property. I know the property really well. Like, he did everything but pretty much like draw out a map of where I worked. It was wicked fucking creepy.
And if you take Route 9 to blah, blah, blah.
Right. Yeah. So I was like wicked weirded out about it. And he would talk about how like, yeah, I go there all the time. And like, okay, so I worked for the management where it was. So like, you know, you wouldn't be going to the property all the time, like he was saying that he was, unless like we knew about it and like we didn't know about it. So like if he was going to the property all the time, it wasn't for like official business. You know what I mean? Like, didn't really have a purpose there. Yeah. So like one day, it's like a Monday morning. I will not forget this. And I go into work, and we had like, a couple trucks, and like, for maintenance, and then even the custodian had one. So, oh my God, Shiz's IUD, shut the fuck up.
That's foul. What the fuck?
I'm just gonna let it pass.
What did you do?
He's
you
not
must
all
have done
bad.
something.
At least he leaves $.
At least they're paying.
I've never seen this in your chat.
It's ridiculous.
With everyone
Anyway, so like I go into work on a Monday morning, and I like, hated my job, honestly, at this point. So I would like sit out front, smoke a cigarette, and just like die inside for maybe 15 minutes before I had to go into work. And the custodian comes over and like he knocks on my window and is like, "Hey, Kate." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Come here." And I'm like, "All right." So get out of the car. And he brings me over to his truck, and he's like, "Look." And I'm like, "Okay." And at first it just looked like the windows were really dirty. Like they were like yellow. And I was like thinking in my head, like, clean your fucking truck, dude. And then like I look closer, and I notice the fucking thing is burned inside. So I'm like, what the fuck, right? So I immediately was like, what is going on here? So we ended up calling the police. For the record, they'll say like that I tried to frame. I didn't even tell the police my suspicions or anything like that. I was just like, I don't know. I came in, it was like that. I can't prove that it wasn't like something that the custodian had done too, right? Because like he had been in the weekend and used the truck, which is kind of unusual. I don't know. I don't think it could have been a cigarette because they're fire safety. I don't know what happened, but anyway, like there's a part of me that to this day kind of suspects that Tom DeRosa did something, just because like in that time period he was like, remember Bret? Bret and I were on opposite sides at this point. Like he was on the Turtle Boy side of things, and I was on my own side. But even Bret at one point like commented to Tom, it was like, "Dude, shut the fuck up about her work. Like, what's wrong with you?" Like it was extra.
Yeah. Well, no, he was extra.
Yeah. So anyway,
you're being nice. Yeah.
Anyway,
finish your shit, and then I'll tell the truth.
This is like the precursor to how I know Tom, right? So like so far, what I know about him, he's a guy with a drug problem, and he's creepy about my work, and I suspect that maybe he might have done something wrong. I don't know if he did or not, but it fit at the time. And then fast forward to a couple years when I'm left the blog, all of a sudden Tom DeRosa gets into a very big public falling out with Aiden, right? So I'm like, I see his name come across, like people talking about it, and I'm like, oh, that guy's weird. I wonder what he did. Did he damage Aiden's property, perhaps? Like, I don't. So that's not what he did. But Aiden had blasted him for like sexually creeping on the female turtle riders, and I guess he had dropped a tote off at one of their houses, and it had like half-used bottles of lube, right? And like,
no,
you're
getting it wrong.
All right, you tell me. Clearly, I don't pay that much attention to like.
He sat with the groups thing, like you said, you was over there, like on doing your own shit. I was still with the retard fucking patrol over here, and so Tom was in every.
It was not
remember
the
how many
custodian. We know
fucking
him well.
different
He be cool.
private
He
and
showers a
public
lot.
Turtle Boy groups there were on Facebook? There was like 10 of them. There was the Splinter Cell shit. There was these other motherfuckers, this, that. There was a ton of them.
Yeah.
Tom was in every one of them.
Right.
And if he'd get kicked out, he would rage. Like flip out. He'd message me. He'd message Aiden and just flip the fuck out. I'd let Aiden handle it. But he showed one day on Facebook a Walmart tote, like the deep ones with the lids you snap on, full of sex toys and juices and bottles of stuff. I don't know. And so I zoomed in on it, and like half of the bottles are open and like 3/4 full, half full. I believe we found one of those roses that comes in the glass tube, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, like
everyone that's ever went to a bodega. Yes. Yeah. Like that, plastic flowers, edible shit. And he marketed it as mostly new sex toys. And he offered to any turtle rider in all of those groups, like at least, I don't want to exaggerate with 10, at least 5 different Facebook groups.
Wait, he put this in the Turtle Boy Facebook groups?
Every Turtle Boy Facebook group he put it in.
Oh, okay. So
and he and offered to drop it off for free. Like, you don't even gotta come get it. He's gonna bring it. He wants you to tell him your address. And he wants to bring over a box of gently used and new sex toys to your home. That's way creepier than the way you put it, bro.
But here's the kicker.
He said he dropped the box off.
Here's the kicker. Like, why Aiden blasted him for this, right? So it's not that Aiden realized that Tom was doing this creepy shit. The real reason that Aiden was mad at Tom is because Tom knew that Aiden was cheating on his wife with Leah Genduso, and he told people about it.
Who did he tell? Remember? I hope you know this part at least. Who did he tell? What got Tom in that trouble?
So this is what happened, right? So back in the day, I have a crew, and they're still around. We still hang, right? So there was and some members of my crew, my little posse there, were really going hard at Bret. Like, they were going back and forth all the time. So they had made a fake Bret Killoran Instagram account, right? Like, pretending to be Bret. And Tom found this fake account and started messaging it like it
thinking
was Bret.
It's me. Yeah.
So he tells
and spilled all of it out.
And instead of telling Bret about Aiden cheating on his wife with Leah Genduso and everything else that he was saying about Aiden, he was really telling this girl named Stacy, who fucking hated them both, who was my friend. Right? So they went everywhere.
It gets even better than that. I found out about it because one of Tom's female friends reached out to me and said, "Hey, Tom said you ain't been answering them. Is this you?" And sent me screenshots of the conversation. And that's when I had to be like, motherfucker. And I showed it to her. I said, "Hey, you ain't going to fucking like this. Funk, here you go." And just dumped it in his lap.
It was great. That was actually really, really funny. Yeah, so he was pretty upset. So yeah, that's sort of like, that's why Tom is the way that he is today, I think, is he's been in the cult for so long.
I didn't find him. Look at that one. See, I'm not gonna get mad. That's pretty fucking funny. Don't lie, you took us home. Listen, another Tom thing was when I first moved up here, and we got rid of, like, the first apartment we had, this one, without no roommate, nothing, just us. And he was like, "Oh, there's so many smallmouth because he's got a boat."
Is that true?
And he was always trying to take me fishing, and that just always felt weird. So I was always like, "Nah, I'm busy." And he, like, invited himself up for the weekend to the point to where it started off, "Oh, you should let me come up this weekend, and we could fucking go take the boat out wherever you want to take it out." I was like, "Nah, I don't know what I'm doing this weekend." He goes, No, listen, I'll pay for everything. We'll get some booze, we'll get weed, fucking meals, everything. We'll go out in the boat, wherever you want to do. I was like, I got to check with the wife. He goes, "No, listen, I could be there in like 3 hours." And I said, "Dude, like, I got to see what the wife is doing. I can't have just go, hey, I'm going to do shit all weekend. Good luck with whatever you're doing." And I'm lying, of course. I just don't want to be around him. And he goes, "If you have a corner in your living room, I can just curl up there. I'm going to leave in like 20 minutes. Do you want me to bring you anything?" And that's when I had to be like, "Listen, motherfucker, no. Like, what the fuck is it?" And that's when I started screaming at him. And that's when he started to not like me. But invited himself up to curl up in a ball like a ferret in my living room. I'm surprised he didn't offer to take me shopping.
Or like rub your feet or something. He really is. Yeah. He's always been creepy like that. Again, like, I wish I might have actually saved, because people would send me screenshots of him like obsessing over where I worked, right? And like, it was like, I mean, it was extra. It was like,
dude, he's
yeah, it was crazy.
He's supersized extra, bro.
Yeah, he's a creepy guy. Like, yeah.
That's probably why shiz. Now Kegel's got him and you're fucked. So resend him to Bret hurt me at outlook.com. But
we did have
Tom
one more
has always
question.
been a creep. And wait, so one more thing about Tom. One of the things Aiden was like, "All right, this motherfucker wants to threaten me." And he tells me, he goes, dude, he sent me a picture of him with a gun, a threat. And I said, let me see the picture. And he gives it to me, and I don't know why zooming in is lost on Aiden. But I zoom in, and you can see clearly it's plastic. It's like a pellet or a BB gun. And he aimed it at a wall, and he made that his profile picture on Facebook.
I remember that. Yeah. I didn't realize that he made it his picture on Facebook because
he did his profile picture.
Yep.
Oh, fucking little. And now he follows kids. Oh, little kids love me. They're always looking at me. What the fuck? You did that video, the song.
I did the Chester song. Yeah.
So good.
So, SC, that's a good question. Why do people let him hang around? Well, the thing is that, like, I mean, I used to joke, like, ha ha ha, Turtle Boy is a cult, right? Like, and then, like, the more that I thought about it, I was like, I did a lot of shit for that blog. Like, and I mean, like, obviously the writing and the whole, like, crazy, stupid antics for content, but everything that I did, I was not really benefiting from. Like, Aiden paid me $200 a month. Obviously, like I put in the video, I did a lot with a group of people. Like, we put a lot of money and time into this YouTube show, which, like, he really encouraged because he was getting more of an audience than he ever had before when we started this stuff. But we weren't, like, benefiting from it. I had to argue with him just to be like, hey, listen, like, can we at least try to recoup our costs here? And, like, I've got 5 people that come every Sunday and are working on this, and they're not only are they not making money, like, they're losing it, right? So, like, it's just a lot of shit. And then, like, on top of that, the guy is a fucking lonely maniac. So, like, he's like, you quote unquote work for him, and you're getting texts all day. Yeah, I'm sure he did it to you too, Bret. Like, I mean, this motherfucker.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
No, he would call me sometimes at, like, fucking 2:00 in the morning, and by sometimes I mean, like, pretty fucking frequently, like, around the clock. You couldn't go a fucking day without hearing from Aiden Carney. And it's, like, not just blog shit, it's like his fucking
I thought you were saying Tom still. I'm
sorry. Aiden.
Oh, Aiden, yeah. He was constant. Constant.
So my point is, though, like, I'm doing all that for $200 a month for a guy that, like, I would say within the first year probably that I was working for him, I didn't even fucking like him. Yeah.
700 days since Karen Reed told Turtle Boy indictment. What that means? Is that an accurate number?
700 days since Karen Reed told Turtle Boy indictments were imminent.
And I see some other, this place obsessed with Turtle. Hey, listen, it's almost over because he's going to be in a fucking cage. So there's that. You can just wait it out.
It's like, it's a little bit like, so I don't like him. I hate his blog more, right? But it's also like, this is internet history at this point. I view Aiden Carney the same way that I do, like, Chili DeCastro or Cyrax or Chris Chan. I mean, just, like, somebody that you probably want to archive and document on the internet, because it's just such a, like, unusual piece of the evolution of, like, the debauchery that is the internet, that you probably want, somebody needs to keep tabs on that. There's a lot of lore there.
Yeah, no, it's a dark ride, though.
It is.
Like,
it is.
Like, I don't remember when you first became aware of him. I remember when I did. A photographer buddy, mine, like, me and him have been friends our whole lives almost. He shared Busgate, and I went and started commenting on the Facebook messages. Like, when did you? Because I remember the whole me and you thing.
Yeah, we fought.
With the poached guest, and that whole thing, and then both of us turning on the little Knight in Flaming Armor guy, and then next thing you know, you're writing blogs and going to Connie on a live show.
He reached out to me. I think it was one of South Shore Turtle Girls blogs that really, like, I got my attention as far as the blog goes, and I would follow on and off for years after that. Like, no, not that frequently. Sorry, I do want to answer too, like, what's the Nathan Reed the embezzlement backstory. So I don't actually. Here's the deal. I've known about Nathan Reed's larceny charges for about a year and a half now. I pulled them from, actually went down to Fall River District Court, and the only thing I could get was pretty much like the police sheet and like a cover sheet. So I've never actually seen the statement of facts or the complaint in that case. I know that the Bristol Community College police were the complainants, which is actually kind of why I stopped looking into it, because I was like, ooh, I've never dealt with campus police before or during a record search, and I just kind of dropped it because, like, okay, the way I thought about it back then was that Nathan Reed is not Karen Reed, so he's just kind of a peripheral character. I understand now that it probably is a little bit more important that I gave it credit for, because Nathan Reed is involved in and in charge of a lot of the fundraising being done for Karen. So that's a little bit of a red flag. I did hear, like Kevin was saying the other night, and I don't know where he's getting this information from, but he seems to think that it was a scheme where, you know, he was essentially embezzling money from textbooks at the campus bookstore. And I can see that I have seen evidence that he was a manager at the campus bookstore, so that's a possibility. I can't say for sure because I haven't actually seen the report, and I don't want to misspeak. That's that answer.
And for whoever was asking about Connie earlier, that Jamie's underdeveloped PC, that's one of Connie's many socks. Jamie's what do you call these people? Oh yeah, a buddy of mine on here that does a show, and his audience buys him all kind of crazy shit, and Connie's very upset about it. So
is that Connie's in the chat?
That's him. Jamie's underdeveloped PC.
I was actually talking earlier about how bad I felt about what I did to you, Connie, even though I
never. And yeah, she was saying nice stuff about you.
Yeah, but
missed the good part, Connie.
He hates me no matter what, so that's fine. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. That gets solved with like a $5 to $15 cash app. Then you're good until you say no, and Fox ends up on the next live show. He's still doing that from like years ago. That's all he does. Very weird.
Laura Rader says, I can't even imagine needing an internet cult to feel worthy. Yeah, it's not something that, like, I'm proud of, to be fair. Like, I would never, like, I know better now. Like, so I like, you might get me once on one of those things, but I'll never join another one because I know now. But yeah, I mean, it's really like,
so
walking away from that, you have to really start to confront some uncomfortable things about yourself, you know what I mean, to be able to like move forward from it. So yeah,
did you just apologize to everyone that contact you afterwards, though? Be honest.
I mean, yeah, I did. I mean, because
all of them.
Anyone who contacted me, I didn't like go out looking for people to apologize.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but anyone who contacted me, and honestly, like, you know, there's a couple people that I wouldn't apologize to, because there's a couple stories that I wrote that I really like to this day, like Help Us Save Mikey. I stand behind that 110% because I was defending someone. I mean, you know, in the course of that, was I harsh to the father in that case? Yeah, but he was in the wrong, and like, no one would be talking about it at all if he hadn't brought that up and dragged the kid in and dragged the mother and everything. So that one I feel good about. I wouldn't apologize to him.
Absolutely.
But yeah, at any point, if somebody reaches out to me in general and is like, hey, you affected me in a really bad way, I'm probably going to apologize, because I don't generally want to do that to people, with some exceptions. I mean, you know, if you want to step to it and you're inviting it in, then like, I'm not a saint. I'm not a saint. So
I apologize to two. That was it. I've had a ton of people reach out to me, and the conversation goes worse. Two, you and Chewy. That's it. The only two I apologize. For the people in chat trying to keep bringing up the stuff the feathered flamingo there, nothing that you guys think I've said that's horrible would come close to the things I said about Kate and her family. Not even close. Oh, this ain't about me. This is about the Turtle Boy shit. Stupid. See, now, I don't like that one. I started to feel bad for what happened to Hot Tow Truck. Nah, see, I don't. I see a lot of people say that.
I did.
But
so that's another one. Actually,
see,
that's
all
somebody.
too much.
That's somebody that I did reach out to and apologize to actually directly. It doesn't happen that often. I was still working with Turtle Boy when I did, but that really got out of hand real fast, So I didn't like that. Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
SpaceX Mars says Masshole Laura was responding to me, both saying Turtle Boy needs that cot following. Oh, I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely does need that cult. But at some point, we both did too.
Dude, it is a weird walk away.
Yeah.
I got lucky. I did it when I had gook polio and a fucking liter of vodka. He was crying in my chat about me playing a video game with Fixer, because Fixer was one of the 9,000 people that apparently shared a video of him beating himself up below the waist. Not like everyone didn't have that. And he started running his mouth, and I said, you know what? I fucking quit. Fuck you. And what was it, a little while after that? What was first, the court or the wellness check? Court was first, right?
I think so, yeah.
And then the wellness check was later. Yeah. Good guy.
Okay, I know. I'm trying not to yell too. Sorry, Ozzy Angel. Not only am I using a internal mic right now, but I'm really trying not to yell. Let me try this actually. Hold on. This might help.
Oh, look at these.
So this might help a little bit with the mic because I just killed my external fan. Sorry. Anyway, so what was it? Oh, Murder by Maestro said there was a time you shared all the login names of multiple sock puppet accounts with Aiden. Talk on that, please. Yeah, so he had like a spreadsheet where he would keep all these different, just a million different sock accounts. I don't think I ever used his sock accounts. Like, we were expected to make our own, and then
your own army of sock
yeah.
Oh, there's salmonella.
Oh.
Ew. Okay, you said.
That's how I feel about it, though.
About what? Salmonella, that broad, or what we were just talking about? Yeah, she is. She used to fucking DM me on Facebook constantly. And I just call her. She'll tell you in the chat, right, Salmonella? And I just call you a fucking potato.
Can we talk about Mary sending Sam's pics to everyone at PricewaterhouseCoopers?
Homely potato.
I don't know what that.
Guy that'll want to keep you.
John Barron, I don't know what that means. Mary sending Sam's pictures to everyone at PricewaterhouseCoopers. I don't know what that means.
Hey, you got to read your super chat, don't you?
We have an internal mic you can use.
Yeah, it reads it out for it.
That ain't
Actually,
me.
I know what I can do. Hold please. I'm just going to switch devices real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Uma, you can talk still, or you dead?
He might have died.
We can talk while she gone. Uma. Oh, that mama dead. Well, Boomer dead. Boomer.
Actually, I can't even do that. I can't even do that after all because then I'll lose the.
You do?
Yeah.
That actually sounds louder.
Do I sound louder now?
I can't hear it, William fucking Touchhole.
Yeah.
Because I'm in the thin here. If I have the TV volume on, it'll be an echo or something, won't it?
Yeah. Leon Tate asks, didn't Aiden hide in solitary confinement during his stint in jail last year? Yes, he was in medical, actually. Medical, yeah.
I heard bawling, crying, and begging to go there because he was afraid of what the population of criminals that he had been shitting on them and their families for a decade.
That's what I've heard. I heard that he cried like a child.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Like real tears.
I think Mark.
So just so I don't. When is it reading it? When I see it pop up in the chat, it starts to read it, or after?
Yes, as soon as it pops
I don't want
up.
to talk over it.
It's all right if you do.
All right, then I'll just. Well, no. I feel like a dick because someone mentioned it. want to. I just can't hear it.
Mark Sweeney is in the chat. Just a reminder, people, Mark Sweeney does owe Biff Thundermuffin $200.
You know who owes me $200 after tomorrow?
It's not $200. I'm sorry. It's $2,000. My bad. $2,000. Yeah.
Well, I'm owed $200 after inauguration tomorrow from one of your besties.
Who?
Lauren De La Goop Swallower.
Oh, why?
She bet me that I'd be dead before Trump became president again.
Oh, like she's not gonna pay you. So
I will smear her in her hometown if she doesn't.
Yes, Connie, you have to pay money.
Oh, better go fucking start a stream. He begging for it, bitch boy.
That's it.
Uh-oh.
Cattleman, yes, that divorce happened.
No, fucking big.
Bish is so cool. Cool face. He always brings extra batteries. I want you to close the Discord ad because it's triggering the ADD.
I will do it for you, STL. Okay, I will do that for you. There you go. Better? Hope it is.
He said it's a bet.
That's all right. You can pay, Connie. That's fine.
Hey, yo, fair.
Yes, Semolina, I'm a little under the weather. Thank you for asking. You were very rude to Tuesday Gazette. I don't understand why you have such animosity towards Tuesday Gazette, Semolina. If anything, I would think that you would admire her. She's a great writer. She adheres to really ethical journalism, citizen journalism, and she is really big into empathy and other Christian values that I thought that you espoused all the time. So I'm a little bit confused about your hostility towards Tuesday Gazette, Semolina. No, Junebug, I haven't had, like, honestly, I don't love streaming as much anymore. I've really been enjoying just editing videos and being able to, like, tell stories in a way that doesn't involve my words getting misconstrued and ending up in court documents. I like that.
I've throat checked at least 8 different jokes that were probably on the pre-show discussion list.
RL has a great question. RL has a really good question. RL asks, did Turtle Boy's wife write for the blog too? No. She hated the blog. Like, I have messages.
Despised.
Yeah. So Aiden would screenshot his conversations with his wife sometimes, and he would share them with other people, us, really. So I have, like, when I was going through all my old screenshots, I have screenshots of his wife telling him in, like, 2019, like, leave my house today. I can't take you anymore. Right? Like, she fucking hated it.
Yeah. You always had to meet me other places. Like, when he wanted me to wear a Turtle Boy thing to pick up that fucking stupid popularity contest piece of paper.
Somebody asked when's the next video. I'm trying to do a video every, like, probably 12 days max. You know, I have a lot of other work right now, so it sometimes takes me a while to get them done, but I do try to do them, like, within, like, a week and a half usually. So, yeah.
What does that mean? Meredith and Turtle Boy dancing makes me happy. What's
that? Who said that?
Not great. Crazy drunk driving, Meredith? Looks like he got shot in the face with rock salt. Is that the Meredith they're talking about?
What do you... no, I think that's a different Meredith.
Oh, okay.
Who's drunk driving Meredith? I don't even know who that is.
One, she got arrested at like 1 in the afternoon, drunk driving after like a Hootie and the Blowfish concert or some dumb shit.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
She's got wicked crispy hair. Oh, fuck me. You would know if I showed you a picture of her. She's ragged. But her and Susie had a big thing back and forth. Like 2 of his biggest pay pigs were fighting for control of something. I pay more attention to the outside shit because every time I go on Twitter, one of these little try-hard faggots attacked me 80 times.
Whoa.
I didn't mean that.
Okay.
Fucking slip down.
Thank you.
I don't mean
I'm trying to get away from it.
sycophants is what I meant to say.
Yeah. Murder by Maestro. Yeah, so I get it. Like, I really only touched upon certain things in the video. Hold on, that's gonna
Better dancer, near death, or Elaine from Seinfeld?
Elaine from Seinfeld.
Lauren, I'm alive. Pay me my money tomorrow.
Anyway, sorry. So murder. I glossed over a lot of stuff because it's really it's a complicated issue with I mean, I think that when Aiden mostly admitted what happened, he summed it up actually pretty well. And she was looking for a reason to quit because I was, right? But what annoys me is that this lie gets repeated over and over again that I was fired for stealing money, which is just simply not what happened at all, right? And that was definitely a big deal breaker for me when it happened the way that it did with the advertiser, because I had always kind of felt like Aiden was scamming people, but to see it so blatantly and him get mad at me for not being willing to scam people was it. I was just done after that point. So it's a stupid lie that's told over and over again, and it's just not accurate. But yeah, there was a lot that went into that decision, right? But you only have 20 to 30 minutes. Oh, they're talking.
You mean you watched the court case?
When Biff enters the party room, he always shouts
I'd
off
never
when
seen
you
it.
feel the
I
tip
was
that he still
watching
sneaks
through
up on ya.
TV. Kate was there, so you must have seen Kate. I seen a thing with Aiden, how he was shuffling his papers around and trying to twitching around, seeing if he had to get out of the way when the judge called your name. I told you to come up. You got to remember that. It had to feel great. Watch him squirm in court.
It's just annoying after a while to get, constantly dragged in, right? But that was a
fun one, though.
There were some humorous moments when he was telling the judge that you had threatened him by posting someone else's rap video on YouTube. That was
Julio,
funny.
rest in peace.
Yeah.
Judge had to listen to 2 different Julio songs because he sent another one in his Hail Mary packet. When she said you got to have all your evidence in by 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, he sent another one because when I got the papers, it said they at both sides presented evidence, and I didn't, and I know you didn't.
So. Everybody's like, "Where's Boomer?" Boomer probably literally fell asleep. Oh,
Turtle Slayer said your latest video was phenomenal. You rock, very informed.
Yes, I think Boomer
did. Do you have me blocked? Why can't I see you?
I did. I do think that Boomer fell asleep.
There you are.
Yeah.
Right. Or he died.
Yeah, that's possible too.
But it died.
Connie, you keep asking questions, but you have to pay me. And the only reason you have to pay me,
and he switched off onto Steve now,
is because they're very loaded, baited questions. So I just feel like if you mean it, then you put some money behind it.
Yeah, and if you're not Connie, you won't mind paying $5 to ask. It's fucking
John Barron's coming in with all these really tough questions here that I can't even.
Did Meredith enter a loony bin after sending her ex's pics to all his co-workers?
I don't know, honestly. I did see I think it was an affidavit where the ex claims that she sent his pictures to all his coworkers to stop him from getting a promotion, and he did include a screenshot or a printout of an email where she apologized for doing it. So she probably did, but I don't know. I mean, at this point, I think it's pretty well established that Aiden is a crazy person, so he only sleeps with crazy people. No disrespect to those women that I get along with, but let's just be real about it. We're all adults here. He doesn't pick. No, I didn't say that at all. I did not say that at all. But
I did. That was my voice. We have different voices.
Yeah.
I don't now see. I talked to the one that's your buddy.
Bret,
right? And I wasn't mean to her. Nothing.
Me got test results.
Was,
you need penicillin.
Just make better decisions. Remember? I talked to her on the phone.
I know.
I don't got nothing against any of them except the ones now. Like there's no excuse now.
I guess.
You know what I mean? Like
I
there's
st-
so much shit.
yeah,
I don't
you
know.
should
I
know
just
better. I
can't
get
wait.
it.
You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay, Jennifer True Crime says, "Do you think Turtle Boy will be in jail before Karen Reed's new trial?" No, I don't. And yes, I do. I'm aware of the National Karen Day. Oh, this is yeah. Hold on. Let me. I'll answer this afterwards, Rosewater. But yeah, there was a National
Does
Karen
Jennifer
Reed.
Altman look more like today's Vince Neil or today's Axl Rose?
I'll ask you in a minute, Brett. So there was a National Karen Reed Day today, National Karen Reed Day, and they had standouts. It turned out to just be like towns in Massachusetts Day. Really, it didn't go national. Go figure. But yeah, there were standouts with like 3 people. I think the most they had that were counted over the ones in Dedham, there was like maybe 35 people at that one, but it was a pretty pitiful turnout, which is to be expected because I think people are starting to realize she's a piece of shit. Now, Brett, do you think that Jennifer Altman looks more like today's Vince Neil or today's Axl
Oh,
Rose?
Axl Rose, 100%.
Axl Rose, okay.
Vince Neil looks like the Bumble man. Remember the Bumble
Yeah.
from
Yeah, that's
Axl
all right.
Rose?
I'll take like 1 or 2 more questions and then I've gone over my hour mark. It's snowing and I think we're gonna get a lot of snow, so I'm probably gonna
Dude,
be up
it's snowing
early in
like
the
a
morning.
motherfucker
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Not like a motherfucker.
No pom poms, no
Like
pom poms, no pom poms today. So by the way, guys, I have the website up. I have not really been blogging on it much, but I do have an email. I'm gonna reopen the tip email. So like, if you have ideas for what you want to see a video produced on, you can send them to me in the email. Or you can put them in the comments of any YouTube video. I do read them and try to heart them all, even the mean ones. And you can also get them to me on Discord because, like I said, I'm trying to do like a video. Ideally, I'd like to get one out every week, but I don't want to. I don't want to make promises I'm not going to keep. So at least every like 7 to 12 days. Rosewater asks, I haven't seen Rita in a long time. Is she gone? She might be.
Down.
John Barron's asking questions I can't even answer now. I don't know.
Is Turtle sleeping with the housewife, Esther?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Oh, this is okay. Yeah.
Oh, fucking cool.
FKR Go Kate, Fire, 100, Shamrock, John O'Keefe RIP Justice, Scales.
Yes. ML asks a question that this is a good one to answer on. I would end on actually right here.
What, exactly, did you do to Grant to make him go insane?
So I think it was a multi-step thing that happened with me and Grant. The first thing is he would like go in public and make all these crazy claims that like Aiden was a FBI like confidential informant and there was like a deep state, and I was like, Grant, like I don't think so. And then he started this huge problem when the trial was going on with the media line. He would like show up like earlier and earlier and like sleep overnight and like have people go down and hold spots from overnight. He just like created this huge issue around the media line. And then one day Jess Machado from the Fall River Reporter and him got into like this altercation outside of the court, and they're screaming at each other. They both look like, I mean, just like crazy people. Like it was, I was embarrassed for both of them, and so I said that I was like, Grant is like out of control. So that pissed him off because I was like publicly like not really behind all of his craziness, but I feel like he needed to hear it because he was out of control. Like whatever, and then one night he had come over to Lindsay's house when I was there, and he was just being weird, and like she was like texting me like, oh my god, don't leave me alone with him, like gotta get him out of here. So I finally like I kind of turned to her in front of Grant and was like, hey Lindsay, like I'm thinking about setting you up with this guy, right? And he lost his fucking
Heart.
shit. and was like screaming at me like you're a piece of shit and like stormed out or whatever, and that was it. Like, so, which like is crazy because like that girl is never gonna date him. I don't know why he thinks it's gonna happen, but like, and then of course like he kind of like says crazy shit about me on Twitter. So I try to ignore him as much as I can because I know like he's got problems, but I do too. So sometimes I mock him and that just kind of compartmentalizes the whole issue for him, I think. But yeah, like TLDR, pretty much like I wouldn't get behind his conspiracy theories and I cock blocked him from his imaginary girlfriend.
He's a strange bird.
Yeah, he is a weird guy.
Is there anything? I don't know. No one asked, but what's that little creepy motherfucker in the flat brim that went to jail? Is he out of jail now?
I don't know who that is.
Little like unwashed fella.
I don't know who that is.
Got bad facial hair, wears a flat brim. The picture Boomer has right there, I think. Him.
Oh, Steve Coate. I think Steve Coate is actually in jail right now. I'm not. Yeah, I think he's like.
Oh, he's still in.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. He must be having fun.
Yeah, that's it.
Bump.
All right. Last question. Last question of the night. That's for you. Dude,
I wouldn't fuck her with a stolen
Last
dick,
one.
son.
Has Turtle or Bret
She's
slept
nasty,
with Grandma
dude.
Susie?
She's a human gobbler. You ever see her neck?
That's
No,
no.
sir.
Okay, I'll take one more because that's a good one. Picture this: news media asks, who is worse, Grant or Jason Broyles? Jason Broyles is worse. Okay. On that note, I guess if you want to join our Discord, you can continue talking in there. But I'm going to end the stream because it's an hour and 6 minutes now, and it's after 10 o'clock, and I'm tired. So thanks for asking us questions, guys.
Night.
It is. Well, it's not a school night. It's a holiday tomorrow, but yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah. What holiday is it?
Martin Luther King Day.
All right. Good night, everyone.